Hey, welcome everyone to RRSN River Sports Network. I'm Mike Dimmer, and I will be doing play-by-play today. With me is Jeremy Canauer, who will be doing the color. And forgive us both ahead of time,
Yeah,
right?
it's a little rusty. It's been a few years since I've done this, so we'll do our best.
We will, if you could tell by the camera, it's senior night, and we're going to be doing the seniors. So we'll have the cameraman follow the seniors, and we'll be doing the senior show right here. So the first senior is Brighton Angle.
Right, starting quarterback, 4-year football player, 4 years basketball, 4 years baseball. So
All conference last year for football, and he's trying really hard to be all state, I believe, this year.
got a chance.
Yes, he does. Alex Flynn is the next one. Parents Andy and Heather.
Alex is the starting running back on the team. Played football 4 years and played baseball for all 4 years. Considering, even though we didn't have a baseball season last year, but 3 out of the 4.
Three out of 4 years. There you go. Are you reading this thing? There he goes. There's Trevor Gruby and his mom Carla, my neighbor.
So Trevor's played football 4 years, played basketball 4 years, baseball 4 years. Trevor's been great on defense this year. I mean, I think football has really kind of been his sport this year. He's been all over the field in the games that I watched him. So
I agree. He's done a really. You've really seen him mature as an
yeah,
athlete. Andy Pratt with his mom and dad there. He he thanked the coaches. I don't know if you heard that for keeping him in line and putting up with them.
yeah. Andrew's played football 4 years, played basketball for 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
He's been great on the offensive line this year. I think that's the one strength of our team this year. Our line has been really good.
Yeah, yes, it has. What can we say about Caleb
Yeah.
Rose? All state last year as a junior, most likely all state this year as a senior.
Yeah, he is one of those move-ins that we've been really fortunate to have. I think he came here his freshman year.
I think so too.
I'll never forget watching his JV games and just watching him dominate tackling people, and you could just tell that he loved football. So it's been a great move for us.
He's great. They're all great kids, but yeah, I can't wait. I hope to God I want to see him play at UD next year.
He's got a chance. Jared's done a great job this year too. I don't know if Dominic's still out, but Jared's kind of filled in for Dominic on the offensive line and has stepped in. And offensive line hasn't missed a beat. They've been giving big holes to Caleb and to Engel, and Jared's really stepped in well this year to play the line.
Yeah, Jared's done a great job. Ben, try to center that. You're put him in the center of the picture and down, Ben. There you go.
So Solers is another move in.
Oh,
So Jacob came. I want to say he came like late elementary school, like maybe fourth
yeah.
or fifth grade year. And football's always kind of been his thing. It's always been his sport, and he had a tremendous year last year, and it's kind of carried over to this
Well,
season.
he broke his jaw last year and missed the end of
Yeah,
missed the
towards the
playoff
year.
run,
Yeah.
which really hurt us. But he was also an All-State
Yep.
player for us, so most likely be All-State player
Yeah.
this year. We're gonna say his name a lot tonight. I have a
Probably,
feeling.
especially on defense.
Oh yeah.
Connor's also played football 4 years,
All
and
4 years. Yep.
I know the coaches rave about his coachability. He's always a hard worker on practice and always comes ready to play and always waits for his opportunity when it ever gets called on. So Connor's done a great job the last 4 years. So Darren is also a 4 year football player. Played baseball 4 years. Darren is also starts on the offensive line and
He's also on defense.
yeah, does a great job on defense. So
We
with him and Solers and Jared, they Pratt. It's just a really solid offensive line.
we've been saying Darren's name a lot this year. He wants to be all state. He's definitely going to be all conference the way he's playing. He's had a great season. We were picking on him and Solers in class, so
Just helps the football team. You have a lot of these seniors are playing, and I think that's made a big difference on the season this year. So Sam, I'd say is easily the biggest surprise out of this senior group. I had him in elementary school in PE, and I never in a million years would have guessed that he would have been as good as a wide receiver as he is. So he's come a long way these last 4 years, and he's turned into a really good wide receiver.
I remember I'm definitely picking on myself and bragging up Sam, but last year there was a game and he like caught 3 touchdowns, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
It's Sam, man,
yeah,
it's Sam. And then he went on to
yeah. He's come out of nowhere in the last couple of years. He's really turned into a good receiver.
yeah. So Ben, why don't you zoom in and show and show start at one end and show all the players and their parents. No, stay zoomed in. Stay zoomed in. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We will be shutting off the sound here in a little bit, and you can tell there's about 23 minutes left, and we will go ahead and go back, show them one more time, and we will be back um, in probably about 5 minutes before game time to start with the pregame show. So if you come back on, you don't hear you sound, that's why. Also, lastly, please don't forget to chat with us tonight as the game goes on. All right, Jeremy, anything?
No, I'm looking forward to the game. Should be a
Yeah.
good game.
We're telling the kids that this was the state championship game, so we'll talk more about that.
Yeah, this is gonna be up for both of them, so this is gonna be a big game.
All right, we'll see you guys in about 20 minutes. All right, welcome back. 5 minutes to go before game time, and we'll probably stop somewhere around 2 minutes for the national anthem. But I'm Mike Dimmer, and with me is Jeremy Knauer, and we know nothing about football, but we'll do our best. But
Yeah.
no, we have a great game today. I've been telling my students all week that this is the state championship game. You want to explain, Jeremy?
Yeah, so no postseason play. Both teams have one game left at the season. You're basically playing. You get 6 games in this year, and you're playing to see if you can have that perfect season. And Polo got tripped up a couple weeks ago against a really good West Central team, I believe it was, who is coming off a playoff appearance in 11 man. So they're a good team. We don't get a chance to play them. So a lot of times it comes down to who you're playing in a season like this. And this is the state championship game for River Ridge. Polo beat us twice last year. Both times were pretty dominant up front on the line, and they were a senior dominant team last year, and they graduated a lot of their offensive line and some of their skill positions. And now I think we're kind of the team that's the senior dominant team. This is senior night for River Ridge, so this is a good opportunity for these football players to kind of leave their legacy on this program. So it's gonna be a big game, and it should be exciting.
So the way we see it, West Central is also undefeated, but they're new,
Yeah.
and we had a reputation last year, and we're senior heavy. And of course, Polo did win the state championship last year, man, right?
Right. Yep. Correct.
So if Polo's already lost, if we can beat Polo and then win South Beloit next week, which we'll talk about later, that's another tough game. Both teams undefeated, we will probably get the votes for number one.
Yeah, I would imagine. And we've handled teams. I mean, I'm not gonna say easily this year, but we haven't really had that game where it's come down to one possession here at the end. So I would definitely say that we win this game and we win next week. No matter what West Central does, that we would probably stay on top of the 1A standings, and
Right.
that's kind of the goal for the kids, I believe, right
Yeah,
now.
and if we lose, West Central will probably be number one, and because they'd be the lone undefeated team.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go over our seniors real quick.
And I'm gonna apologize up front because I'm trying to do both here tonight. I'm running music and I'm doing the radio here, and we're gonna get ready here for the national anthem here
Yeah,
in a couple minutes.
and I'm doing radio. Or actually, it's
Mike's doing,
streaming.
yeah, Mike's
and,
doing
and I'm
double
doing the
duty,
engineering too. So if there's dead pauses, well, you just yell at us. Please chat with us too. So we have senior Brighton Engel, who's the quarterback, running back senior Alex Flynn, linebacker Trevor Gruby, lineman Andrew Pratt, all state running back as a junior Caleb Rhodes, lineman Jarrett Schoenhar, all state lineman Jacob Sollers, Connor wide receiver Connor Tippett, lineman Darren Winter, who is having an awesome year, and I'm predicting definitely going to be all conference. I don't know about all state, but definitely all conference. And wide receiver Sam Wimmer, another probably all conference player there. So we're gonna be quiet here real quick to do the national anthem, and we'll be back.
Matchup between River Ridge and Polo. We'd like you to please rise, gentlemen, remove your hats, proclaim our national anthem.
Ah, shit.
Well, that was an awesome rendition. We're glad that Dolly Parton could be here to sing today, and I want to hats off to our cameraman Ben Brenner who had an awesome shot there of the
Thanks,
flag there
appreciate
in the
it,
win.
Stevie.
And also want to thank our other cameraman, Keegan Schoenhart. They'll be going back and
Congratulations to
forth. And I know
Steve.
listening is our
Back judge
main
Ricardo
cameraman, Cameron
Blanchard,
Harris.
head
He
linesman John
didn't get
Schuster,
signed up fast
and
enough, did he,
non-judge
Ben?
Judge Bob Willard.
So
Ladies and
he'll
gentlemen,
be on chat there. Um, but the game is about ready to go here. We'll see who receives and everything. Um, we got over 50 people, it looks like. So that is awesome. Hopefully, we have a lot of polo people. And usually we have. Usually we ask who's the farthest away, and we have someone. I think you might know this guy, Dave Wongstrom. You know him?
Oh yeah,
Watching
yeah.
from Indian Rocks Beach, Florida. So
Must be nice.
must be nice. I hope you burn. No, we don't hope you burn, but well, that's awesome. You need to text a little bit or chat a little bit more with us, Mr. Wongstrom.
I saw the
Wongstrom.
weather is down there.
Yeah, tell us how the weather is. We actually have a beautiful day.
Yeah.
As you can tell, it's beautiful. About 55. It's supposed to be about 50 tonight during game time. Um, so
And that's kind of been the talk all year. Everybody's kind of wondering how the weather is going to be.
for the spring.
Now this is actually, supposed to be baseball season, and baseball season, football season kind of got flipped. And yeah, this would be a nice night for any sport. So I'm glad they're getting a nice night on senior night.
Yeah, everyone was worried about the field conditions, all that stuff, and we had that warm weather, and the fields grew, and then it's been a great. I mean, the weather's cooperated, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
weather
For
has not been an
spring
issue
football.
in any of the football games so far this year.
It looks like River Ridge will receive. Are you going to do? You got the names?
Yep, I got the names.
Well, we'll try to do. So it looks like River Ridge will receive. So Polo must have won the toss and deferred to the second half.
So looks like Daniel Engel, and I apologize if I mispronounce any names. It looks like he's kicking off. He's a junior.
Back for River Ridge is all stater Caleb Rhodes. So we'll see if they even kick to him.
They usually will punch it in front of him. Yep, that's pretty much where he's going to get a chance, though.
Yep, he's going to return this one. Yeah, nice tackle by number 5 there.
Yeah, good tackle. Bennett Salto. If I remember, we said his name a lot last year. I think he's one of their better athletes, better football players. He's a senior. I know that last name is very familiar.
River Ridge will be taking over on their own 28-yard line. River Ridge definitely showing a run attack. I think I was talking to Coach Nick. They passed less than 20 times all year.
Yeah. When you have Caleb in the backfield, you're going to want to get him the ball. And Coach Reese, who's the offensive coordinator, he likes running the ball. He's had to throw it in the last couple of years just to play to their strengths, but this year their strength is definitely running the ball.
About a 3-yard gain by Rhodes. Gang tackled by the Marcos.
Brought down by Avery Grenoble. So it looks like Polo's got kind of a nice mix of young players and then some experience. So
well, I have a feeling, looking at their numbers, Polo's going to be a Illinois 8 powerhouse.
And it's going to be interesting too next year. We have a lot of schools that are transitioning from 11-man to 8-man next year. Schools like Ackwen, who is
powerhouse
number 2, I think, in 11A right now. So it'll be interesting to see next year.
Wow. Polo's defense is going to get Rhodes for about a loss of 5.
Yeah, and this might be one of those games where they're going to have to mix it up a little bit. It seems like Polo's really geared up to stop Caleb, and seems like they're going to maybe make River Ridge have to pass the ball tonight, which is something that we are capable of doing. We have a good quarterback. We have 2 good receivers, Caden Albright and Sam Whitmer. So we're capable of throwing it. We just haven't had to this year yet. So I think Polo's going to make us have to throw.
Yeah, Polo, though, is running a 3-man front. I've seen a 4-man front. There's a flag. This looks like it's going to be on River Ridge for...
And that's probably been about the only thing that I've noticed, at least the last home game, that we were a little bit sloppy with some of our penalties. Everything else has been pretty solid. We haven't turned the ball over, but I think the last game we had at home against Kirkland, I think, we had maybe 6 or 7 penalties, and I don't think Kirkland had any.
Yeah, that really hurts us. Third and very long, about 3rd and 16. Oh,
Just overthrown.
I don't know if our cameraman got that, but that was awesome right in front of us. Uh, the pass to Albright is incomplete, and River Ridge is going to have to pass with no forward yards in the first possession.
Yeah, they took a shot. I mean, you know, Caden's 6'6". He's probably grown 3 or 4 inches and jumps out of the gym, and he has that capability to catch that 50-50 ball, that jump ball, and just we haven't really had to go to him too much this year yet. So he might have to really kind of make himself available tonight.
So Polo didn't put anyone back, and
Two
Engel
first
had a
down,
free kick, and it's going to
29
be
yard
out
line.
on Polo's 29-yard line. So let's see if the Wildcat defense can hold like Polo did. Um, Mr. Wongstrom did reply that it's 73 and humid down
Well,
there.
it's
So
only got about it was
25.
63 when I left baseball practice tonight, so
Yeah.
it's definitely warmed up
And,
today. This week has not been warm out.
and if I remember, he actually coached 8-man football for Hanover in the 70s when he started here.
Didn't know
You
that.
did not know that.
Did not know that.
Let's see if he replies and tells us the little. So he's an 8-man alumni.
So all of a sudden, this becomes a very big possession for River Ridge. River Ridge has played from the lead pretty much all year, and they do not want to give Polo a early lead in this game.
There you go. Polo
That's-
hit in the backfield by number 50,
That's Jake Sollers.
Jake Sollers, the All-Stater. So I'm hoping this is going to be a battle.
If Polo has any chance to run the ball tonight, they are going to have to get a body on Sollers because he is in the backfield. It seems like every other possession, every other play.
And they ran away from him. And River Ridge, as we talked about, Polo ran a 3-man front. River Ridge has a 4-man front. So Polo, of course, I'm sure everyone has tape on everyone. It's all run, and their Solars moving to the outside. So they must have scouted something to see that. Did you see that?
Yeah, and they gashed us last year. I mean, Polo was they're not huge, but they're just very physical up front. Good tackle.
And another tackle. That was I lost the ball there, so that must have been a nice play fake, but it did not fool Jake Sollers. So 3rd and 6, a lot better than our 3rd and 16. So Wildcats here have to hold.
Yeah, Polo's probably not going to throw unless they absolutely have to. So, and
I don't think 3rd and 6.
No,
I don't think you're throwing either, are you?
no, and they're probably already in four down territory. So, they kind of know that they're going to get 2 shots at this.
Big play here. It's a rollout pass.
And they are throwing. Oh,
and he's got
Caleb
it.
Just missed it.
First down, Polo. It's going to be about a 20-yard pass to number 13.
Yeah, Caleb had a chance at it. It was just outside the reach of his hands, and then Caden made kind of a touchdown-saving tackle there and pushed him out of bounds. But that
was a nice call by the
was a nice
Polo
call.
coach.
Probably caught River Ridge a little bit off guard.
By Coach Alston. Polo on the Wildcat 42. Brand new set of downs. Fumble. Wildcats recover. No, now Wildcats recover.
Looks like Andrew Pratt with the big fumble recovery. So an early miscue for Polo.
They're going to call it down earlier, then it scooted out. So let's
Yeah.
see if nope, the line judge is letting them go with that second mark. So big offense or big. I don't think we caused it. I think that was a miss.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell if that was a miscue or if somebody.
Yeah,
got
I'm gonna
their
watch
hand on it.
I'm gonna watch this.
But bottom line, it's an early turnover, and that's that's key in football is just stay away from the mistakes, and sometimes you just have to make the other team beat you.
Wildcats in a passing formation. Rhodes is on the outside here. He's in motion. There he goes.
So
you said earlier they're keen on Rhodes, and they
Yeah.
all bid on Rhodes. And Engel took his time back there to wait for a hole, and he ran for about 30 yards.
and Engel's averaging probably. I don't quote me on this, but he's probably averaging 150 yards a game, and he just does such a great job as a running quarterback, leaning forward. When you watch him run, he's always got his head over his center, and he's always leaning forward.
He's 6'2", and he falls, he gets 3 yards no matter what.
So that was a nice mixed direction, and they're keying in on Caleb. So somebody else is going to have to be able to show them, whether it's Alex or whether it's Brighton or Caden or Sam. Somebody else is going to have to help.
There they did it again. Engel keeps it again while they went after Rhodes. Gets a 10-yard first down, Wildcats.
So something's working, you just stick with it. And so it looks like they kind of ran the same play. Brighton just happened to go the different direction, but they're going to key on Caleb. So misdirections might be the way to go.
Yeah, the Wildcats have a counter play that is absolutely devastating. So those are not the counter plays, but we will see that play, and it's just they do a great job with it.
And Coach Reese is a smart football guy. If he finds something that's working, he's not going to be afraid to go to it again.
Just just a straight run by Brighton. It looks like it's going to be for maybe a gain of a half a yard.
Looks like
full yard.
Favor with the tackle. So far it's been all running plays for River Ridge except the one long shot to Caden. So
For the third and long.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would imagine that we're going to keep it on the ground here.
Back up just a little bit, Ben, on the camera. Our cameraman can hear us, so there you go. This time Rhodes keeps it. He's going to turn the corner. Touchdown, Wildcats! I had to give hats off. You said it earlier. Hats off to Coach Reese. He called an awesome mix of plays, and he faked it to Rhodes on that play 3 times, and then came back to it 2 plays later and actually gave it to him, and he went. He went about 26-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, I think the hesitation got Polo a little bit off guard. They were kind of maybe expecting Brighton to get it again, and then it ends up in Caleb's hand, and that split second was just too late.
Let's see if Wildcats can punch it in for 2 here. Back to a running formation. Rhodes muscles his way in. 2-point conversion is good. Wildcats take an 8-point lead.
So early on, that was a huge turnover for River Ridge. Polo's kind of bringing the ball down the field and 4 or 5 yards at a time and looking like they're going to bring the ball down to the goal line. And to get that early momentum was huge for River Ridge to keep that lead and kind of keep the pressure on Polo. So
now don't get nervous. We have about 72 people watching us right now.
72 already?
72 people. Please don't forget to text with us. That makes it fun. The best way to do it is watch on your smart TV and then also watch on your phone and text on your phone while you're sitting there. And it also makes it look like we have more people watching. But please, first of all, we want to know how many Polo fans are out here, and we're glad that you're listening. And then we always like to have a contest to see who's farthest away. So we have a Florida one already.
It's tough to beat Florida.
Yeah, but we've had you
had overseas or something.
Oh, we've had London before. We've had
Coots.
Mr. Coach Coots was in London. The best one was though we were doing an Orangeville basketball game, and one of the older brothers was deployed in Afghanistan, and he got to watch it like at 3 in the morning, and that one was awesome. So please let us know.
Unfortunately, we have to play the Packers touchdown song every time the Wildcats score.
Speaking of the Packers, you see that Jim McMahon quote that came out later?
Yeah,
well, the truth hurts there.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with that. Quarterbacks go to die in Chicago.
That's what he said. He also said that they were a great franchise, and everyone knows that. The Packers are a great franchise.
I don't like them, but I agree with that.
Nice tackle by Brighton Engel.
So
that was awesome. I hope you guys can see that really good.
So Engel's a kicker and was the first one down the field and made the tackle. So must be watching the Indianapolis Colts kicker. That's kind of what he's known for. That is his favorite team. At least it's his dad's favorite team.
Whose favorite team?
Brighton.
I
don't know if it's his favorite team or I know it's Brian's favorite team.
But
Indianapolis Colts.
Well, he's from Indiana.
That's true.
That was a nice tackle.
I've told Brighton that I think he's a good quarterback, but I think kicking and punting that he would have an opportunity in college if he
Oh,
wanted to pursue it.
there should have been a flag
Yeah,
there.
surprised nothing was called there.
But the running back for Polo, we'll get the name here in a second. He was all bottled up, but he found some extra juice and got about 4 or 5 more yards.
Well, we need to prove that we can stop them from running. I mean, we got, I don't know whether it was a break last possession or if somebody actually got their hand in there and stripped it, but they were moving the ball down the field and we just were able to get that fumble and kind of stop their momentum. So we need to prove that we can stop their running game.
Nice job.
Yeah, right, left side's doing a good job
Jake
tonight.
Solers and number 63. Who's that for
Darren
us?
Winter.
Darren Winter. We said earlier that he could be the key. He is the unsung hero on the defense, and he was there on that play.
Well, we have just a very senior. I mean, if you look on the field right now, I think everybody out there is a senior except
Albright.
for Caden.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you're going to be successful when you have experience out there like that. When 80% of your team is seniors, 90%.
Oh, quarterback breaks the tackle.
Oh, ball loose again, but I think he was down.
They're going to say it down. Another break by the Polo for Polo after a great run.
It almost looked like Polo might have an opportunity there to pitch that out to the running
I
back.
think it was. It was a play fake down dive, and then it was an option on the outside, and the quarterback kept it.
And it's always risky, but I'm sure that's always an option for the quarterback. So Poles again, though. I mean, they're pretty consistently getting 4 yards a carry.
Pitch to the outside.
And there's another
Solers, yeah, Solers and Albright there for the tackle. But another 5 yards.
And the dangerous part is when they're getting 4 yards, 5 yards every carry, that everybody's going to get drawn in, and all of a sudden we're going to have a play fake
like they did earlier. Yep. Deep. Dive down the middle. Yep. Looks like it's going to be about a 4-yard run, so it's going to be about 3rd and 1.
So Grenoble with another carry. A little bit short.
The Wildcats are going to have to hold them twice because they're past the 50. I doubt Polo will punt once you're past the 50. And I don't know you guys what you know about 8-man, but the field is shorter. It's like 43 yards wide instead of 50. Is that right?
Yeah.
And it's 100 yards in Illinois. In other states, it's 80. But people that watch 8-man after the first snap, you can't tell it's 8-man.
No, it's
8-man's awesome.
Really don't notice it at all. Well, that was maybe a game. That was maybe a touchdown saving tackle by Gruby.
By Gruby, yeah. Is he in the linebacker spot? I think he is. Yeah, that was a great tackle by Gruby. But Polo again, just methodically, 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards.
That's what they did last year. It was probably a little bit less methodical than it was this year. It seemed like they did sprinkle in some big plays, but it just doesn't seem like they get tackled for losses very often.
We got some people chatting, and we'll talk about them when we get a break here in the action. Quarterback keeper, but
looks like Flynn Caleb Rhodes. Sorry, Caleb Rhodes with the tackle.
So that's good for the Wildcat defense. A gain of nothing right now. It'll be 2nd and 10 still. So they got to do it 3 more times.
And now this is, I don't know, maybe the 10th play of the series, and Polo's yet to throw. So you got to think here.
They threw the one for the big first down.
Not
in this drive.
Yeah,
not in this drive. Sorry.
At some point they're going to go back to it.
Tonight is also senior night, so we'll try to get the seniors in. If they make a play and there's some kind of dead ball, we'll talk about that senior.
Ooh, almost stripped.
Yeah.
Engel tried to get it out of his hands, and Grenoble did a good job hanging
Yeah,
on to
I don't
it.
know about that. You want good tackles or you want strips?
You want the tackle first. Once you have the guy wrapped up, then you want the second guy to come in.
Go for the strip.
That's the old Peanut Tillman punch and try to strip the ball out. But
is that a Bear reference?
That's a Bear reference. He's the best.
No, I know
the
Bears do a good job
at stripping the ball.
So we got 3rd and 4. The Wildcats have to hold them 2 more times here.
A penalty on the
There's
play.
going to be
That's probably going to be holding on the offense.
So no gain for
it's
Grenoble, but it's going. Did you say they showed holding already?
Yeah, it's holding.
Holding on Polo, they're going to come back 10 yards. Yeah, do you go 4th down and 4, or do you go 3rd down and 14?
I think I back them up.
Yeah, I do too. You play the odds to get 5 yards to carry, you got them.
I mean, Polo hasn't broke off the big run yet. I mean, they're pretty consistently been 3 to 5 yards, and so use math. You back them up and make them go 3rd and 15 instead of 4th and 4, 4th and 5. Probably last play of the quarter.
Polo
here.
showing a passing formation here.
He's
incomplete.
Open.
Yeah, he was open. He just missed him.
Pass meridian incomplete.
So 4th and 15. I think you have to punt here. You're right at the 50-yard line. It's a tough call. So
I don't know. This will be interesting.
I don't think you want to give us good field possession.
Polo might tend to be on the conservative side here, but
the coach was whispering to him for a long time, so that doesn't sound like a punt.
But
that
this
sounds
is
like
also a great opportunity to fake a punt too. So
they are going for it. They're in passing formation. Yeah.
Turn.
Yeah, knocked down.
Angle.
Good pressure by Winters and Solers in the backfield. Turnover on downs. The Wildcats will get the ball at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, and Brighton probably saved River Ridge 15 yards. I mean, he probably could have easily caught that interception, but with 4th down, you might as well bat it away and not have to run it back and take those 15 yards. So that was a smart play by Brighton, and that's what you get from seniors. They've been in the program for 4 years, and that's why he always, whatever sport, it doesn't matter what sport you're playing, if you can get senior leadership, you are going to be successful.
God, I don't like for Polo how close they are to Albright here. He gets a step on him and he could be gone. Angle with a big keeper. And he's going to run for about 14 yards, and that's going to be end of the quarter. So we'll talk a little bit here. We got our famous principal celebrity brother, Scotty Foltz.
Oh, boy.
Talking about how nice the weather looks because they're all wearing shorts, but they've been wearing shorts all year long. They don't care. Our football coaches are tough, right?
Well, Mr. Scott's probably trying to take a subtle shot at Coach Nick.
He is.
Just guessing, just based on past experience. So.
And also, Mr. Wanstrom did say that they were in 1963 8-0, and he's enjoying our broadcast. So we're very grateful. And he mentioned about how beautiful it is here. It is an absolute beautiful view, and we have a lot for him to thank for this awesome stadium that we have. So we're very grateful too. And we have Eric Bittinger watching from Rochester, Indiana. Eric, who are you watching?
Must be Polo. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm probably Polo.
Yeah, just asking. So up to 86 people. So our goal is to hit 100. So get your smartphones out and double up. So
what's the all-time record?
Oh,
just for football.
For football, God, I don't know. 150 maybe, 100. Basketball, we had over 1,000 for some of the sectionals and regionals and sectionals. Yeah. So
I think that's a lot of pressure. 1,000.
Yeah. Let's move that camera bend to the ball right there. A really cool thing to zoom right in on the ball. As close as you can, right? As close as you can to that ball, and then now slowly come back so you can see everything. Keep going. No, you gotta come back more so we can see more. There you go.
Oh, Caleb's got room here. He's gone.
One
Oh,
guy to get him.
5 brought him down.
That was, I don't know if you saw, but that was an awesome block by Solers on the edge. Maybe close to holding. I think they're saying, hey, don't hold there. And he's like, I wasn't holding.
Salto with probably the game with the touchdown saving tackle, but Caleb got off that corner quickly and looked like he was going to take it to the house, but pushed out of bounds.
You don't have to do it every time, Ben, but you can show our huddle. You can show the, Polo's defense. That's a good shot right there, Ben. Yeah, he hasn't got many yards off that play, but I think that sets up the next play.
That's
a
usually
setup play.
Sets up Caleb.
Coming back this way, so we'll see.
And it's kind of interesting, too. All of a sudden, Wildcats have only had one receiver out there lately, so it looks like they're kind of trying to attack the run game a little bit more, which, I mean, they've been doing all year anyway.
Well,
but
like you said, the way you have Caleb Rhodes,
yeah,
and then the way Brighton Ingles has been running, why not?
And you have a good line. I mean, you have Jake Solers, who's an all-state lineman and defensive player, and you run behind him.
Nice read by Engel. And it's going to be real close to the first down. Nope, they're holding them. Nope, they're going to mark them about a yard short. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 on the 11-yard line.
And this would be a great spot for a play action to one of the receivers. Just maybe trying to get the receivers. I mean, you got 2 plays here. You got 2 shots. You can pick up 1 yard. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, Caden's got huge height advantage over there on the right side.
They got both guys to protect him. No, they gave it to Rhodes up the middle. He's going to have the first down.
Rolls up the middle for 5.
So it'll be Wildcat first and goal on the, looks like the 6 or 7-yard line.
And so far, yeah, Caleb's just been
98 people.
2 more. So far, River just kind of controlled the line of scrimmage.
Go ahead and
here.
back up, Ben, so we can see more. There you go.
Oh,
no! I think we recovered it.
I don't know. Oh,
yeah, he's got it.
That was a little risky.
That was a little too fancy.
Flynn calling the ball. Still River Ridge ball,
Second goal now from the 12-yard line. A 6-yard loss for the Wildcats. So
yeah, that was Alex's first touch of the night, and sometimes that's kind of a tough
pitch is a hard one.
A tough one to make it your first one of the night. If it was Caleb, I understand, but
yeah,
nothing against Alex. It's just first touch of the night, and that makes it a little bit difficult.
That is absolutely correct. Wildcats 4 wideouts. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a keeper by Engel.
Oh, it's going to Caleb.
Oh, nice tackle by 54.
Joey Bardell,
Senior made a touchdown-saving tackle. So it'll be 3 and 4 now. The Wildcats have 2 downs, a puncher in here.
3rd and goal.
So it looks like Caden's coming out, probably going to go more to a bigger package here. Just more of a run package. Whitmer will be the lone receiver.
4 linemen for the Wildcats. Oh, there's that. What a play. I think that's the counter, right?
Yeah.
There's the counter play.
They've been running that a lot tonight.
And that was, what a great call by Coach Reese. There, we just hit 100. Well, it looks like it's going to be whoever's defense steps up.
Yeah.
Wildcats got a turnover, and then they got a turnover on downs and forced turnover on downs on 4th down. So Polo has to stop the Wildcats here because on 3 possessions, the Wildcats have gone the length and scored.
And we've been able to really run the ball at will this season. So until somebody stops us, I mean, they're going to keep doing it.
So what happens when you're on the 2-yard line and they jump? Do you move it to the 1-yard line?
I think they just move it up a yard.
Yep, they split the difference. So that was a little closer for the Wildcats.
Still want to see. We haven't seen a field goal all year, have we?
They don't even kick. Can't you do like a drop kick? Caleb Rhodes in for the
nice
2-point, almost the same play.
Broken ankle there.
2-point conversion good by Engel.
Good sportsmanship there by. I hope our camera had the touchdown.
That was a nice.
Did
move
you
by
follow the
Engel.
wrong guy, Ben? Okay. Anyhow, while we're doing the switch over here, we have Pat Brown, my great aunt from Galena watching, and Eric Bittinger is from Rochester, Indiana, watching Brighton Angles.
Oh,
so we should have guessed that.
I should have figured that.
And then we do have a Polo fan here, Brett Nee, rooting for Polo here from Peoria, Illinois. Soltal's Uncle Brett.
Okay.
So, well, we're glad to have you here, Brett. And I hope you're liking our broadcast, and we'll try to mention Soltal's name.
I know we mentioned him a lot last year.
While we're here, let's talk about Brighton Angle. Brighton Angle would like to thank his coaching staff, my family, and fans for making our 4 years of football so memorable and guiding us through life outside of the game. My favorite memory is when Trevor had his shoulder pads on backwards during a game against Stockton. Brighton plans to attend the University of Dubuque to study criminal justice while enrolled as a cadet in the Army ROTC.
Brighton's another movement. I kind of forgot about that. Brighton moved here from Lena.
When he was real young.
He's pretty young, maybe second, third grade. So actually, the Solers, Caleb, and Brighton Angle all were.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good when all of our best athletes are moving.
We're not recruiting.
not in second grade, we're not. Squib kick.
There's South.
I think that's Salto there.
Yeah, one of them. I think there's two of them.
There's
out
two
there.
of them?
Yeah, that one's the freshman.
He ran about 10 yards, returned that, not afraid, as he's a freshman, not afraid to run it into the oncoming line. That's one of the most dangerous things in football is the kickoff.
And that's one thing you notice about our team. For the first time in a really, really long
time.
Solto. We haven't had to rely on any of the fresh off kids. I mean,
that's why we're decent, yeah.
The entire season.
And 11-man you have to all the time, so we're glad to go 8-man.
All juniors and seniors, and when you have to sprinkle in some of the younger kids, it makes it a little bit difficult sometimes.
Darren Winter.
Rhodes and Winter. Groovy in there a little bit.
Yeah, the Wildcats just playing really well team defense. And Brighton's grandparents are also watching from Valparaiso, Indiana. I know they watch all the time, and then Brighton's dad, says that his parents can't figure out how to text with us. So it looks like someone else is texting for him. And it's Solto. Mendy is telling us it's Solto.
Right,
how to pronounce it, not Soltao.
Oh, nice hit by Engel.
Yeah, he was wrapped up by Groovy, and then Engel hit the top part. Speaking of Trevor Groovy, he would like to thank the River Ridge football program for making an enjoyable 4 years of football, especially for this year, for the challenges we had to overcome. My favorite memory is making the playoffs his junior year, and he plans to attend Southwest Tech to study electrical power distribution. Trevor Groovy.
Trevor's had a great year. I mean, Trevor had a good basketball season this year, too.
He did. He played really good.
He always plays hard, but football is just kind of his sport. He's just kind of able to just react and instinctively just play, especially on the defensive end. Alex Flynn, almost got in there for the sack.
Yeah, the quarterback made a great play going down to make that pass. But it is going to be 4th and 6. So, again, you're right there on the cross 50. Do you go for it, or do you...
You went for it on 4th and 15. You're going to go for it on 4th and 6, especially when now you're already down 16-0. So they're going to be going for it. So
over 102 people. Just want to thank everyone for listening. Hope we're putting on a good show. Big play here for Polo. pass.
Oh, on the wheel play.
Nice defense. But Caleb Rhodes was there, and Caden Albright were there, so just a great job by the River Ridge defense.
Yeah, Caleb did a good job recovering on him. He was actually beat there for a second and
Recovered.
recovered. I mean, that's what speed does. He's able to recover. So, yeah, all of a sudden this becomes a really big series for Polo. If River Ridge gets another touchdown here, um, it's gonna make it tough for Polo to come
Yeah.
back, especially the way River Ridge has been playing defense. So Caleb's in the Wildcat.
Yeah. Caleb Rhodes is getting the snap on this, and he just runs a direct run. And he's going to get about 1 yard.
And it's a big advantage when you just put Caleb back there, and now you know that everybody's going to be blocking for him, and you're basically just getting an extra blocker out there.
They're going to give him about 2 yards. So about 2nd and 8. Ball on the Wildcat 48.5 yard line. Engel looks like he's audible in the play. Did you see how he switched up? He looked at the sideline and they said go ahead. There's a counter play.
Sam get a block on him.
Nice cutback by Rhodes to get another 7 yards. Great blocking by Sam Whitmer. I'm talking with Coach Nick. Our wide receivers are offensive linemen. They block really well.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I've been impressed with the receivers. The receivers have not gotten the throws that they got last year. We had to throw quite a bit last year. Some of it was because we were down. Some of it might have been because maybe our line wasn't quite as good as what it is this year. But I think Cade and Sam only have a handful of catches on the season, but they have done a great job blocking all year, and that's
That showed
tough.
right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's high character.
There, you can't beat that shot right now by our cameraman. Brighton keeps it. Engel keeps it, and he breaks it. First down, about a 12-yard run. I'm going to read about Sam Wimmer. He was in that last play, that awesome block. First, I'd like to thank Mr. Johnson for pushing us on the offseason in the weight room. Secondly, I want to thank Coach Nick, Coach Burlock, Coach Reese, and Coach Engel for such a good couple of years. It's been a heck of a ride. My favorite memory is being the first River Ridge football team to be in the Final Four. And his future plan is attend Southwest Tech for electrical power distribution as well. So we're going to have some linemen coming out of the football program. And Mrs. Potter is texting with us or chatting with us. Go Cats.
Oh, nice play.
There's a counter play. They might have ran a little bit too much because Cole Favre was there. Cole Favre is a 5'10 senior, and he read that like a book.
Yeah, that was a nice read. He made a good play there.
Gain of about a half a yard for the Wildcats. So
some interesting scores tonight. I think the big game in the area tonight is probably Galena and Lena. I think.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
Lena's number one in the state.
Yep.
I believe Galena is in the top 10. Right now, Galena is up 7-6 at the end of the first. So
what a game to be at.
Upset of Bruin.
Read option to Engel, and Engel is going to get about 4 yards. He's going to be tackled by number 36, Wayne Reimer, junior.
37 and 19-yard line.
Polo's defense tightened up a little bit. 3rd and long, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, so they have to hold us two more times.
Polo needs to stop here. If they want to stay in this game, they need to keep us out of the end zone.
Looks like we have an offensive lineman substitution, too.
Yeah, I think Jarrett's coming in.
Jarrett Schoenhar is coming in. We'll wait till this play, then we'll read Jarrett.
Maybe
as an extra lineman?
He must come in when they're running the Wildcat, because it looks like
they're in the Wildcat.
Looks like Alex is back there in the Wildcat.
No, it's Rhodes. Brighton is Engel out, or is he?
No, he's on the
line.
He's in the tight end spot.
Oh, it's a reverse to
To
Wimmer. He makes
Wimmer.
a nice move. Oh, Wimmer made a nice move because he was going to
Yeah.
be tackled for a loss, and I didn't see who got him for Polo.
Whipper with the carry.
Wimmer gets about 2, ends up getting 2 yards. That was a little more. So 4th and 5. This is the stop Polo needed. So here's
Yeah.
a big play of the game right
Polo
here
needs to get a stop
for
here.
the Wildcats.
That's probably Sam's first carry on the year, I'd imagine.
Reed Schonar, he just came out. Thank you, coaches, for making these past 4 years fun and enjoyable to play football. The best moment overall had to be going to the playoffs, and he plans to attend Highland Community College to get a degree in chemistry. Well, Jared is definitely an A student in my class, so.
Highland's a good school. It's
Oh.
I like
We
seeing
know 2
kids.
alumni,
Yeah,
right?
I like my son went to Highland, so I think it's a good route to go.
It's going to be a pass play, Ben, back up more.
Yeah.
Oh, he had him. He just the ball looks like it came out of his hand wrong. So Polo got exactly what they
Yeah.
needed, a great defensive stop.
Polo first
So we
down.
turn over on downs.
I can't remember who started with the ball.
So go check some of our chats. Scotty Foltz is
started with
here
the ball?
for the coach / Commissioner Knauer's Bears first draft round prediction during the halftime show. He wants to know who the Bears are going to pick. And Mendy is Cole Favre. It looks like an L here on our sheet. Sorry, is pronounced Cole Favor. Cole Favor, thank you. Grenoble had a hole there, and it looks like
Tackle by Engel.
Engel up top and Groovy down below.
I can give Scott my prediction already. The Bears are going to trade up to the number 4 pick in the draft from the Falcons and take another quarterback. They're going to look for Trubisky's replacement.
And they're going to ruin someone else's career.
Yeah. That's my prediction. And then Scott will draft him next year in the second round of the fantasy football draft.
Uh-oh. False start? False start on the Marcos. It's going to be, that's a 5-yard penalty, right?
Yeah. And if Polo's not careful here, they're going to...
They could bury them, so they're going to have to punt if here. Well, it's second and
5. Second and 10
second
now.
10, so they're not hurt too bad. I see that no one told us that. I see that the watermark is under the scoreboard, so we'll put the scoreboard on the other side so you can see that because the time is starting to be a factor here. They ran a counter, and the Wildcats read it pretty well. Nice tackle by Brighton Angle.
It's going to bring up about 3rd and 5.
They got about 5 yards, yeah. So
would think River Ridge would maybe take a timeout here.
They waiting to see who's taking the timeout.
Yeah, I mean, we got all 3 left, so I would.
No one, neither coach has taken a timeout. Wildcats content to go in up 16-0. We'll see.
He's
short. He's going to short a yard. 4th and 1. Wow, big decision here for the Polo coach, for Coach Alston. You've been getting your 5 yards, but if you don't, you're in trouble.
Yeah, so River is going to let this clock go.
I just heard the whistle.
Okay.
Wildcats take a timeout. We're going to take a break here. We've been going nonstop. We're going to play some of our commercials, and we'll be back in about 60 seconds. And we're back.
Yeah, Rivers got to watch for the
Wildcat,
hard count.
yeah, they can't jump and they can't give up a yard. So,
Yeah, and
they
they
just
got
did.
him.
They just got the Wildcats to jump.
Yeah, he knew it was coming. You just have to stay disciplined enough not to jump for it. I mean, if they get the first down on I mean, they're not going to
First
want to
down,
risk
Polo.
that play. They're probably going to call a timeout if they don't get the offsides. But Rivers is still in good shape. I mean, Polo still got a long way to go here. But that will probably take Rivers out of getting the ball back.
So stay tuned for our short halftime show where we talk about Coach Knauer's fantasy draft
Yeah.
picks and the local scores, and we'll probably read some more senior.
Solid.
Ooh, quarterback takes off. He's got a lane, and he's going to run for about 12 yards.
Meridian with the carry.
Tyler
First down,
Meridian with the
Polo.
nice carry, and they're in the hurry up. They're not calling.
And they should have all their timeouts left. They
Yep,
got three timeouts left.
They only burned about 4 seconds. They got to the line fast. Let's see if Solers can get in there and disturb some things. Incomplete pass. Meridian's pass to number
Pass.
number 13, Wolber. Incomplete. Good defense by Albright. So 39 seconds to go. Obviously, you guys can see that.
And this is, maybe the one area that we've struggled with defensively is the passing game. I think it was Kirkland a couple weeks ago was able to move the ball pretty well
Passing
through the
on us,
air.
you're right.
Pretty stout up front.
So second long, Polo in a passing formation.
Oh, he's open.
Oh,
he dropped it.
Right off his shoulder pads. Bennett Solto right off his pads.
That was a nice throw.
That was a great throw.
And
Meridian hit him right in stride.
And receiver did a good job separating. It seemed like he was step for step, and then all of a sudden, those last 2 yards, he got loose, and it just kind of bounced off his shoulder pad.
I hope Uncle Brett's not upset with that.
That was a tough catch, but in a game like this, it's those 50-50 balls that usually are going to determine.
Ben, make sure you stay back because they're going to be passing so we can see it and you're not moving the camera too fast. 33 seconds left to go. Third down and 10. Wildcats playing a little bit farther deep. Meridian goes down. Jake Solers with the sack. Pumped up. Big play. Fourth down and 12. The clock is going. Wildcats are going to let it run.
Yeah, they're just going to let this run out. So Rivers will go in the half up 16 to
It looks
nothing.
like they're just going to let it go here. They're not going to take a last-second shot. Nope, there's a timeout. Nope, that's it. That is it. That is the half. You know what? I'm gonna save for the game to talk about the rest of the seniors when they do something. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Before we lose people, Coach, what do you think? Good half for the Wildcats, 16-0.
Yeah, Wildcats pretty much have moved the ball all half. Oh, it looks like, is this not the end of the half?
Well, I thought there was a timeout. Yeah, with a couple seconds.
I don't know if there might have been an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, we're coming back.
Yeah, it doesn't look like.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah.
Did they call, was there a penalty?
No, they called timeout.
With 1 set?
So, sorry, we're back. Polo is probably nothing to lose. Take a Hail Mary shot here. Wildcats will be in the super prevent defense.
It's just as likely that you could end up taking a sack and a fumble as you will throwing a 60-yard pass or a touchdown. So, but I mean, you're down 60-0, and you can't be afraid to lose. So it might be worth a gamble, and maybe they end up drawing, or maybe make a draw or a screen pass or something. But
so the ball on the Polo 41-yard line, and the Wildcats not too deep. They're about 15 yards off the field. Now Angle goes about 20 yards, so they look like they have everyone loaded on the right. The Wildcats only sending in 2 people, it looks like. They got Groovy on the spy route, and there he throws it out of bounds. Hits the chain man, Brett
Right? Is that right?
Rhett Geis. So now it's halftime, and you were saying.
Yeah. So basically, I believe each team has had 3 possessions, and River Ridge has scored on 2 of them. In the third possession, they had it all the way down.
Four. Wow.
Was it the 4?
The 4.
Yeah, but I mean they've moved the ball all night.
Pretty well, yep.
And Polo's moved the ball too. It's just that first drive,
that turnover,
fumble, really, that was really big. That was a huge play in the game, and River Ridge was able to capitalize on that turnover and take the early lead. And when you're playing with the lead in a game like this, you can kind of dictate what the other team is going to do. And, Polo's going to have to maybe get out of their comfort zone a little bit and throw the ball more than they want to. So it'll be
They had a shot there,
yeah,
and they didn't come up with it. But hats off, first of all, hats off River Ridge. They're up 4 scores. Polo has to score 4 times. Two touchdowns, and get the thing, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
But when River Ridge was looking on that 4th drive to score, Polo had to come up with their defense, and they did.
Yeah.
They did. So Polo is hanging tough, and I think we have a great game.
Yeah,
so,
Polo's definitely not out of it. So it'll be important to see who comes out of half with momentum, and that first drive for both teams will kind of say a lot about how the second half goes. So
Polo will be receiving.
Yep.
And we're going to be back in about 15 minutes, so we'll turn the sound off. And hope, Parker, you get some homework done, and the rest of you guys come back in about 15 minutes, and we'll be here. All right, we're back. Welcome back to Wildcat Field. You know, we need a name for this place. Wildcat Den.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Anyhow, Mike Dimmer, and with me is Jeremy Knauer. Wildcats up in our quote-unquote state championship game, 16-0.
Yeah.
You want to explain that again?
Yeah, so no postseason this year. River Ridge is 4-0 on the season, ranked number 1 in the state. And I believe Polo is number 4. So basically, this year is about trying to have that perfect season, and this is kind of a revenge game for River Ridge. Polo knocked them out of the state playoffs last year in the semifinals, but River Ridge is gonna have a tough game next week too. I mean, we're gonna have South Beloit. We're not that we're thinking by any means that the second half is over, but you can't really take anybody for granted. So River's got to take care of business here in the second half and get this one, and then hopefully move on to South Beloit next week.
Polo will receive. Polo had a good drive going in their first possession and turned it over, and the Wildcats scored after the Wildcats went 3-and-out. And then the Wildcats scored again, but on the Wildcats' fourth drive, the Polo defense got stout and stopped us because that could have put the game out. Now, Polo is still down 4 scores, and what I mean by that is they got to score 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points to win. That it is still a tough road mountain to climb, but Polo definitely still in this game.
And it's weird to think that probably the most important play in the game so far has been, with what 4 or 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, that fumble. Um, but that really kind of flipped the field and flipped the momentum for River Ridge. So we'll see if Polo can respond here and answer back and kind of get this into a one-possession game.
Nice job by Trevor Gruby to force Soto around the corner there to have Rhodes push him out. So real quick, we do want to pick on Parker Reese that said he had homework to do, and Tim Toms said homework on a Friday night ? And you know, Tim, you are absolutely correct. If you're a young man in college, what are you doing homework on a Friday night?
Parker might be doing homework on a Friday
Parker would
night.
be doing, but that's what I'm saying. Why are you doing that, Parker? Anyhow, thank you for coming back. We have about 111 people, and that was awesome. Let's have the second half right here.
So no gain up the middle. Solers.
Grenoble met Solers and
Groovy.
Flint Groovier. So
Groovy, yep.
maybe a gain of nothing.
And that's kind of been a combo we've been calling a lot, not only tonight but all season. Solers and Groovy, probably in my opinion, maybe Darren too, have kind of been the standouts on defense.
Again, Solers with the tackle. That time the ball carrier was, is that 20? Grenoble again.
Yeah.
So gain of 3, 3rd and 7.
Third and 7.
Polo on their own 35-yard line. So if the Wildcats can stop them here, they might have to punt. Not the 50-yard line is kind of the cutoff, right?
Yeah, it really seems like Soller's been in almost every single play on defense.
And he's moving too. You know, he's following someone. Yeah. They read something and he's following it.
Oh,
a little early jump there. Nice move by Wobbler to get it down. And it's going to be, holy cow, 4th and less than 1.
I might have to measure. It's probably a little short.
No, yeah, he's short, about a half a yard on the.
Looks to be a little short.
It's going to be right on the 40 half-yard line. They got to go for it, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. And so, once again, you have one of those.
They're going to do the real quick thing and try to get us off sides, which they did earlier.
We got to stay disciplined and not fall for it. They got it.
And they got it. Oh! No, they're going to do forward momentum, yep.
Got it.
Wolber with the carry, first down. I didn't see you tackle him, so I think those are dangerous because if you miss that tackle, they're gone.
Yeah.
And that it kind of looked that way. So I don't know who tackled for River Ridge, but they good tackle there.
So Polo's come out with a good opening drive here. So it's up to River Ridge to kind of put a stop to this drive and keep the momentum on their side.
The Polo line, they're getting five. We talked about this. They're getting
Right.
5 yards every time. So just doing a great job. River is pursuing good, but giving up 5 yards every time.
Yeah, I mean,
I believe that was Wilbur again for 5 yards.
as Polo had a carry over 10 yards tonight? I don't think so.
Yeah, and if they have, it's not many.
But Polo also hasn't been stopped for -1 or -2 or -3. So they're very consistently picking up 4 to 6 yards a carry.
Well, they don't go the outside a lot like we do. Everything's
Yeah,
down the
they're
middle. Down,
inside.
just pound it, pound it. You can go down a little bit with the camera. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, that's pretty good. There's the
one.
there's the loss that we needed. Looks like there was an option there, and they kind of read each
Yeah,
other wrong.
and I'm not sure if that's so much River Ridge getting credit on that one. Almost looked
yeah.
like the Polo running back ran into one of the linemen. So I don't know if there's a little miscommunication there, but that's not typical for Polo. So again, they're going to have two chances here to pick up the first. Polo's coming off fairly, if I believe, I don't quote me on this one either, but they had a pretty competitive game against Kirkland Hiawatha last week, and River
Nice. Oh, no, the
he's
ground
down.
caused that. Great job by Brighton Angle from the linebacker spot coming in, or no, free safety spot, and making a shoe tackle there.
So I think Kirkland's about the only common opponent we've had this year. River Ridge has beaten Kirkland twice. Once pretty close game, and the second one was a little bit more on the I don't know if it was 38-14, something like that. And then Polo had a close game with them last week. So it looks like they're going to be punting here.
Yeah, they're going to let that punt go.
Kale let that go.
Wildcats going to get on their own 26-yard line. We haven't read Caleb, so let's read Caleb since that ball went right there to him. Caleb Rhodes, our All-Stater junior running back. I'd like to thank all my high school coaches, Coach Nick, Coach Burlock, Coach Reese, and Coach Colton for turning me into the athlete I am today. Special thanks to Coach Colton for all those summer workouts. Ha ha ha. Something there.
And I'll go back to Caleb. Caleb was here his freshman year, and I remember being in the stands and watching the JV game. And I don't even think Caleb was even a running back at the time his freshman year. But you watched him play defense and how aggressive he was and how physical and how much he liked contact. And you knew that he was going to end up being a good player.
Here's Caleb around the corner, pushed out of bounds by number 13, Wobbler. His favorite memory was to be asked to play center my freshman year, so there you go.
Yeah, I don't think he played running
back. He is signed to play for University of Dubuque to play football, and he's also going to study criminal justice with Engel.
And our Marcelo went to Dubuque too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Marcelo was also a great running back for River Ridge. Probably, say 3 years ago, 3 or 4. They're really pressing up on coverage on the left here, or on the right side.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they're going to. Oh, good smart play by
Yeah, that
Engel.
was a busted play. Engel saves it, and Albright was in the vicinity, so we don't get a
grounding.
Grounding penalty. In high school, in the pros, if you're outside the pocket, you can just throw it away. In high school, you cannot do that. There has to be a person there. And Cameron Harris, our AV Club River Sports Network guy who's not doing the work tonight, said the Wi-Fi is working well. We had last week's game, we had all sorts of problems, but we have it all fixed today. And we get to put on a good show today. So,
big play for River Ridge here, 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
They need. If they don't pick up the first down, more than likely they're going to be punting here. Oh, Rhodes is open.
Oh, underthrew him a little bit, and Rhodes had to slow down. Great coverage by Soto.
Yeah. Caleb had him by 2-3 steps.
Yeah, and just underthrew him a little
bit.
I wonder if it's a little damp out there and Engel just isn't getting a good grip on the ball. Because that's twice he's thrown, and twice the ball did not come out.
once it was overthrown, once it was
Underthrown.
underthrown.
Yeah. It just looks like it's not coming off his hand tight. So Engel will be punting here. So first two possessions by both teams traded down. So this is definitely in Polo's favor. Engel
See,
booms
I'm
it.
telling you, I think that's his best position yet.
Maybe he should walk on at
I,
UD with as the punter.
I think he could go play somewhere as a
That is
punter.
a very nice punt. Polo will take over under their own 33-yard
Polo will take
line.
over at 33-yard
Don't
line.
forget to text with us.
Now, being a professional punter is not a bad way to
That
make a
would
living.
be that would be sweet.
And we had a really good athlete, was it 8 years ago, that I tried to talk into turning himself into. I mean, Brendan Dauphin was
Yeah.
a multi sport star here, and
He kicked a 47-yard
yeah,
field goal
was a
and then
great,
didn't go out as the senior
yeah,
year.
great soccer player, great basketball player. Ended up turning into surprisingly a really good baseball player, but I think he had college.
Fumble on the snap, but uh-oh.
Oh, good
Granola
move.
picks it up and gets 8 yards off of that. Big break for the Marcos.
Tackle by
Wildcats could
Sowers.
have had that as a ball, as a turnover, but Grenoble heads up, picks up, and runs 8 yards, if not 9. Yeah, you're saying about Dauphin?
Yeah, I mean, he was kicking 49, 54-yard field goals in practice and stuff, and we tried to convince him to try kicking in college, and he chose soccer, which is,
His sport.
yeah, it was just his sport. And he had a successful career in college, and I think he's out in Colorado now.
Uh-oh.
He's,
Tackled by Albright there. Grenoble with about a 20-yard, maybe 15-yard scamper.
yeah,
Their biggest run of the night. Polo just methodically, and boom, they got a broken tackle.
yeah, and this is what you got to worry about, where you're inside running, you know, power blocking zone schemes, and all of a sudden you start wearing down the interior of the defense, and then all of a sudden those gains that you're getting for 4 and 5 yards are now going to end up being 10, 15, 20 yards.
Yep.
So hopefully our linemen are in shape and ready for 4 quarters of the battle, because I don't think Polo's going away yet.
No, they are not. 5 minutes left to go in the quarter. Polo on the drive. This is just like the first half, and where they fumbled, so they gotta stay tight here. Pitch outside.
Good tackle by Gruby.
Drew Gruby read that the whole time. There's gonna be maybe a short gain, yeah, about a yard gain. Good job by Gruby to recover there. I read Gruby already, didn't I?
Second and 9.
Yeah, I think so. And it's important here for Rivers too to keep this, two possession lead. It's a lot less pressure, I think, on you when you're up. You're up 2 scores, and you got a little bit of wiggle room here. So it's
Big
important
play.
for Rivers to keep them down.
Yeah, big play here for the Wildcats and Polo. Nice job. About 2-3 yards for
Gruby again.
Grenoble. Third and 7. This is a big play. Actually, they're all big plays. So this possession is key for both teams.
It seems like Gruby's made the last 3 or 4 plays, so Trevor's really started to kind of key in on where the ball carrier is.
They just keep pounding up that middle, and then they're gonna pump it outside. So watch that. Watch that right here. Oh, pass play.
No, he's covered.
In-
almost intercepted by Rhodes. But
Oh,
we do
there's a
have
flag.
I would imagine this might be an illegal lineman down the field. I'm guessing it's a lineman down the field.
Sollers had the pressure, and the ball went right through.
Yep, that's what the penalty is.
It is declined. It'll be 4th down and 6, a long 6. Rhodes dropped that interception. It looked like from this side. It looked like looked here. So you guys don't forget you can rewind it on your slider, and let us know what happened. They'd sub some people in and out here, so
Yeah, I
Grenoble
wonder if
goes out, so I
bringing
don't.
in some fresh bodies here.
They're going for it, but Grenoble's out, one of their better athletes.
That's what.
Two wideouts. They're in a passing formation.
He's gonna be short.
Yeah, nice tackle by
Caleb.
Caleb Rhodes. Great pressure by, look at there, Darren Winter and Jake Sellers. Turnover on downs. River Ridge will get the ball. Speaking of Darren Winters, he would like to thank our coaches for helping our team all become better as one, not just individual players, but one team. His favorite football memory is making it to playoffs last year and making fourth place in the state. And he plans to work on the family farm and possibly start something on the side. So, Darren Winter having a great season his senior year. Engel keeps it,
Oh, he's
and he
gone.
busts through. He could go all the way. There's one guy to get him. Soto is not going to get him. There are no flags on the play. Engel with a 61-yard touchdown run. The Wildcats take a commanding 3-touchdown lead.
Yeah, that was a nice read by Angle and showed some of that breakaway speed.
Hope you didn't have to turn down your volume too loud on that. That might have been the play of the game for the Wildcats. Coach Knauer, Ty Spawn says hey to the coaches, and Jen Lady says Aubrey says hey Mr. Knauer. So it looks like you got some fans.
Ty's a sweetheart too. But
He is. Not as cute as Aubrey though.
yeah, I think Aubrey might be a little bit more higher on my list.
2-point conversion here for the Wildcats. Engel keeps it again, and he's in. If they're keying on Rhodes, what do you do?
And that's tough when you got two athletes like Engel and Solers to key in on. I mean, it's basically been all year. It's been kind of Engel and Solers, and you know, Sam and Kane have kind of sacrificed this year and done a good job of blocking on the outside, and Alex Flynn's kind of been that same way. But when you have two of the better players on the field, you take advantage of that.
And again, Rhodes was all state, and of course, in my opinion, deserves it again. But Engel was not. He was first team all conference, but he is definitely on the list to be an all state with the way he's been running and scoring touchdowns. While we're breaking, we're going to read Connor Tippett. Connor would like to thank all the coaches for pushing us all to be the best players and team we could be, and for making these last 4 years so fun and enjoyable. My favorite football memory is making the Final Four my junior year. He plans to go to Southwest Tech to become an agriculture power and equipment technician. So he's going to Southwest Tech not to be a lineman, but to be an ag tech. He is a big IH guy, so our blood runs red. I like that.
It's interesting too to see. I mean, out of all the seniors, you look at what all the seniors are doing, and I think this has kind of been the trend. They're doing trade schools. You know, they're not going to the four-year colleges. It's a lot of trade schools, so I like to see that.
Yeah, it's good salary without the debt and quick. Instead of 22, you're 24.
Yep.
So no, and those guys are all good, hard work. You can tell what kind of football players they are. They're the
farm
same
boys.
way.
Yeah,
a lot of farm boys.
Out there. Farm boys make good football players.
Angle just boots it over the head, and it is going to go into the end zone and be a touchback. What were you saying, Coach Canal?
I'm telling you, the kid should go to college to kick.
He should walk on a UD to kick. I'll have to say that in class to him Monday.
Told him that.
And then if they need to run the fake, he might be able to throw it.
Yeah, I mean,
or run it in.
Every college coach is looking for a kicker that could also maybe play a backup quarterback spot. So I know Connor Tippett just got called, and you might see him here on the field here coming up pretty shortly. Especially if Rivers can get another stop here, get some of the rest of the seniors in.
So Polo with their worst field position in the game on their own 20. Down 3 scores. They have their work cut out for them. And looks like a big team tackle there with little or no gain for the Polo Marcos.
And it almost looks like maybe the air has kind of been taken out of Polo's sail a little bit here, and we'll see if Polo can pick it up and respond and get back in this game. But
We had that chess match there at the beginning of the third quarter where we
Yeah,
stopped Polo, then they stopped us, which is exactly what they needed to do. But then we stopped them, and then on the next play, that was it. We scored on the big
and it's
touchdown.
just
So
it's been. I mean, every game's like that, but it's a couple plays. I mean, you go back to the turnover in the first half, and then all of a sudden, Engel's big run there here in the second half, and within 2 plays, we kind of take control of the game.
nice tackle by Rhodes on
Grenoble with the carry.
Grenoble. Looks like about get gain of
Good
3 yards. So 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6, maybe 3rd and 6. The clock is ticking. That is now becoming
Yeah, and
Polo's
you
enemy.
you have to wonder if Polo's going to start throwing the ball here a little bit more here in the fourth quarter, end of the third.
Unless it's over 3rd and 10. Reverse. And the Wildcats read it well. Tackled by
I'm sure
Rhodes.
it's Rhodes,
Yep.
and that's the thing
Wobbler with the run. Tackled by Rhodes for a loss of 2.
when you're running to that side on the left for River Ridge. I mean, and that's probably why they have Caleb on one side and Solage on the other. You're going to have an all-state kid on either one side of the field or the other,
Yes.
and then you have Angle in the middle and Gruby in the middle. Really kind of helps balance out the defense.
4th down. Polo looking to punt. 4th and 8. Low snap. Not a decent punt. It's gonna be a very good punt. Bounces out right about 50-yard line. So about a 30+ yard punt for Polo in high school. That's very good.
First down for River Ridge.
So
49.
here's what I would like to see in this series here with senior night. River's got a little bit of a lead here. I would love to see Sam Whitmer get involved. Maybe give him an opportunity to make a catch here on the final home game for these seniors.
They did give him a reverse.
Yep.
Where he made a nice move.
He did, but he catches balls. That's what he does best. So we'll see if Engel can at least maybe give him a chance here to a touchdown here at the end. It's gonna be South Beloit. I think South Beloit game's on the road next week, so this is our last chance to see these seniors. And that's the hard part with no playoffs. Just kind of an abrupt ending to the season.
Yeah, we had WCCI here last week, and they mentioned that. They said, the Wildcats look pretty good, and it's unfortunately we won't be able to see how far deep they could go in the playoffs. So Engel keeps it. Yeah. And Engel breaks loose again. And he runs out of bounds, pushed out by Solto. And that's about a 20-yard run by Engel.
Yeah, a little loose with the ball there. He's
I thought
holding it around with one hand, and especially when you're up 24, the only thing that's going to get, the quickest way that's going to get Polo back in the game is a turnover. So you want to make sure you're protecting the ball.
Dominic Gertz comes out. He was in there.
Oh, I wasn't sure if Dominic was back playing yet or not.
He's number 75 there. You can see that with the knee brace.
Yeah, coming off a concussion a couple weeks ago.
Offensive linemen are Solers, Pratt, and Schoenhar. They've done an awesome job all. Rhodes had a hole there, but number 20 Grenoble made probably a touchdown saving tackle. One of the Polo players a little slow getting up, but he's okay.
Rhodes is carry of 6.
Gertz comes back in, and out comes Flynn. So it looks like they got the big package in.
So we have 30 seconds to go, so that'd be the last play of the quarter.
2nd and 4, a long 4 for the Wildcats on their on the Polo 24-yard line. And he gives it to Rhodes, and they're on him. Looks like
24 and 20.
Go for 2.
Noble and
how are we supposed to pronounce his name?
I don't remember.
Let me scroll back.
I want to say Favor, but
it is. It's Favor. It's Favor. Yeah. By Favor is how she said it. All right. It is the end of the third quarter. We're going to shut the microphone off, and we will be back in about 60 seconds.
So back here at River Ridge, Wildcats are up 24-0 here to start the fourth quarter. It's been pretty much all River Ridge here. We've had Polo's had a couple opportunities to get back in this game, but River Ridge snuffed them out on defense. So Polo's taking over. We got 3rd and 2nd. Oh, and Caleb breaks it, and he is gone for the touchdown.
Touchdown.
River Ridge takes a 30-0 lead, going here for the 2-point conversion. Engel receives the snap, and Caleb's in for the 2-point conversion. Makes it River Ridge 32, Polo 0. So 11:53 left in the game. Polo's going to be receiving the kick. We'll see if Engel can boot it back in the end zone again. Looks like, and Connor Tippett is in the game, so that's the last of the seniors to get in. So Connor will be in here on special teams.
He normally plays wide receiver for the Wildcats, so we'll see if he plays a little defense.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get in on both sides here in the last 11 minutes.
They're on the 15-yard line now to receive Engel's kick, so let's see what he does here.
There's no wind at all tonight. That flag is completely still, so.
And he just does a nice little pooch under the line. Speaking of Engel, he makes the tackle
Again,
on
makes the
Soto.
tackle as the kicker.
Soto with the carry. Tackle by Brighton Engel.
Engel having a great game.
And he had a great game on senior night basketball. Him and Groovy both.
That's right.
I think
Groovy had 24, 25 points, didn't he?
I don't know what Engel averaged on the season, but Engel had 24, 25 points, and I think Groovy might have had 22 against West Carroll on senior night. So it seems like the seniors have had a knack to step up on senior night this year. And that's what you want to see on senior night.
Polo in the passing formation.
Intercepted
by
Engel.
Brighton Engel. Talking about what a game.
Yeah.
Meridian had plenty of time. He just missed through that ball.
And we do have banged up. I don't know if that's the quarterback.
It's Favor. Favor is holding his ankle. Hopefully it's not bad.
The trainer's out there, and looks like he's kind of waving her off.
Yeah, he's going to have to come off for a play, and hopefully he can come back. I wanted to read some of our players on defense. I'm going to read Jacob Solers now. I'd like to thank my middle school coaches, Fry and Coots, for teaching me the little things make a big difference. Coach Fry is right here. And my current coaches, Coach Reese, Coach Nick, Coach Burlag, and Coach Colton, they have made me a better person on and off the field. We'll watch this play and we'll come back. Looks like River Ridge. Yeah, it looks like the tackle is by number 11, Quackenburner.
Quackenburner? That's a familiar name.
My favorite football memory back to Solers is earning my All-State Award along with my best friend. I'm planning to either attend Southwest Tech for electrical power distribution or join the military. Somewhere they got a nice talk about what a lineman is.
Yeah.
I think I've said everyone on this page, so we're gonna turn to the other page and we'll get the other seniors in.
It's almost like Joe Carroll came in and tried to do a recruiting. So just a couple scores real quick. Lena is up on Galena now, 14-7 at the end of the third.
Good game.
Knoxville 26-6 up on Orangeville. That's a final score. Milledgeville is up 36-6 on Amboy, and Stockton is up 20-6 at the end of the third on East Dubuque.
We're asking to get the trainer to come over here on our side. And Jacob Solers is down on one knee. So
there's Flynn.
Good Alex run. Flynn, he breaks a tackle. He could go. There's a flag. Alex scores, but there's a flag. Late flag. What would that be? A late flag?
That's probably a hold.
Holding.
Sure, it's a hold.
Gosh darn. Alex Flynn's touchdown is coming back. But I haven't read him yet, so we'll go. He'd like to thank all the football coaches for not only pushing us to become the best athletes we can, but also working to make us better people and still making it enjoyable to play football for the past 4 years. You know, we've had a lot of people say that about the coaches, not about being a good coach, but making them good people. So that's hats off to the coaching staff of the River Ridge football program and Coach Nick.
And the coaches make it fun, and that's half the battle too. If you can create an environment where the kids want to be there and the kids come back out, you're going to build a good program. So
his favorite memory is making and playing in the playoffs last year, and he plans on going to NALTC to become a line worker. So different school, but the same job there.
Second 17.
We'll see. Maybe they go right back to Alex.
Yeah, now's the time to do that. So second.
Alex ran hard there.
And he ran over that guy.
They go right back to him.
Nope, Engel's passing. Hey, what'd you say?
And he overthrown.
Sam Wimmer wide open on senior night, and Engel overthrew him.
Engel has done everything well tonight except throw the football.
Last senior we're going to talk about is Andrew Pratt. He'd like to thank Coach Nick, Coach Burlag, and Coach Reese for putting up with me for 4 years, and that makes me laugh. No, I like Andrew. He's a good kid. And turning me into the football player I am today. My favorite football memory is going to the playoffs my junior year. After high school, I plan to become a heavy equipment operator. So I believe I read all of them. We'll go through the list real quick. Brighton Engel, Alex Flynn, Trevor Gruby, Andrew Pratt, Caleb Rhodes, Jarrett Schoenhardt, Jacob Solers, Connor Tippett, Darren Winter, and Sam Whitmer. Thank you, seniors. We're losing 8 of our 9 starters.
Yeah.
Actually, some of them are on starts on offense and defense, so we're probably losing about 11 starters.
Yeah, the last senior class I can probably think of like this would be a few years ago with Ben Chris and Cameron Kiley and Nick Parr and Wyatt Potter and Jake Spear. And
Favors ankle is good. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. So, Favors ankle is good with a 1 yard loss there on Angle. 4th down and about 20. Go ahead.
Deep senior class. We have 8 or 9 kids that are contributing, that are starting. That makes things a lot easier. So Engel's going to be punting, showing off the leg again.
Now we have the trainer running to the Polo sideline. So,
and I know it's been an issue this year. Thankfully there hasn't been any serious injuries tonight, but with these kids going from basketball to football to baseball, they've gone from nothing to everything so quickly. We've had a lot of injuries this year.
Engel boots it over the head, and it's gonna be down on the 13-yard line.
That's a 40-some yard punt.
So I don't know what the stats are for Engel. A couple 100 yards with a couple touchdowns, and Rhodes 100 yards with a couple touchdowns. But the trainer has 83 yards running back and 83 yards running back and 4th and 2 ankles taped. So she's having a good game too. Was that a bad joke? I guess that was a bad joke.
You got it.
Yeah, but you didn't laugh. Sure, the people at home online are falling over.
On the inside.
On the inside. Mrs. Lady did say Aubrey is giggling from what we said earlier. So, someone's laughing, maybe not at me though.
Winner, Rhodes,
Eli
Solers again.
Granola,
Yep,
drafted
Saunders
by
was on his
Rhodes.
knee, but he's back. He's a little
Yeah,
slow
he's
getting
back
up,
in.
so still playing hard. I wonder how much longer he'll be in
Yeah, with
here.
another big game next week at South Beloit. South Beloit
Yeah, it looks
has the
like.
potential to be, not definitely not an easy game.
Yep, looks like they're taking him out now. He doesn't want to come out, but they're sending in.
Yeah, there's
Dominic
no
Gers is coming in, and
Sam
yeah,
Whitmer.
Sam came in too on defense.
Yeah, I think Solid would be best just to take the helmet off and call it a
Yep,
night.
yep. They don't need him. Hopefully, they don't need him.
And if they do, you put him back in. But
Passing situation here.
oh, he's gonna run this
Little,
one. Caleb's got him under
and he
control.
runs out of bounds.
Meridian keeps the ball.
Looks like there was a hold there in the backfield. Did you see that? Or
Yeah, a little bit, but
yeah,
you have to wonder if they're
I was on Andrew Pratt. Well,
maybe gonna let him play here.
yeah,
Not stop the clock. Sometimes in games are a little bit not too bad on the lopsided time, but at 32-0 lead, sometimes officials will just let some of that little stuff go.
3rd and 6. Polo probably be going all 4 downs the next couple possessions. Try one more time to get back into this game.
Good tackle.
Oh, didn't wrap him up. Was that Gruby, right?
Groovy, and then
Meridian
brought
taken
down by
by
Caden.
Groovy.
And Caden pushed him out. Yeah, nice job by both of those. That was Meridian for maybe a 1 yard gain, maybe a 2 yard gain. So 4th down and 5, and I think they have to go for it,
Yeah,
right?
they're more than likely.
Rhodes is back in, and Pratt is out. So the Wildcats only have 2 linemen in right now. They're all in prevent defense.
And Solers is back in.
Yeah, they have Darren Winters and Solers, the 2 best rushers, probably in there, and then playing outside linebackers.
It's like Flynn.
Oh, they're in punt formation.
They are punting.
The Wildcats blocked it. Alex Flynn with the block and the touchdown Wildcats. What a play!
Okay, I'm thoroughly confused because I wasn't. It seems like on some of the other punt plays you can't rush in like that.
They just weren't rushing in, but he did on that one.
I didn't know if you could do that.
Yeah.
No, you're all right.
Great.
It's a nice block. I just was wondering why it doesn't look like that on every punt play.
He came in, and nice to see senior Alex Flynn with a touchdown on senior night. 2-point conversion here. Rhodes is going to be stopped. The first time all night they stopped the 2-point. Yep.
Tonight on the 2-point conversion?
Yeah, running clock now, right?
I think it's 40. So that
40?
stopped. I
Nope.
think that prevented the clock to go.
Polo still fighting hard. Oh, Jacob Green is going to give us a trivia question. We're ready, Jake.
All right, go for it.
Jake Green does our basketball games, and he always does a trivia question. And it's an NBA question, and I have no clue.
It's an NBA question?
No, that's what he normally does.
Oh, he's going to give us a football question now, though.
You cannot move the camera that fast. That zoomed in. Zoom out, and then move it, and then zoom in.
So Engel with another opportunity to kick off here. Last couple have gone down well with inside the 20.
There's Connor Tippett, and I'd love to see him get a tackle here on the kickoff.
Yep, it's going to stay.
Oh,
it's going
out of bounds. Penalty.
That's all right. We'll see if maybe Connor will stay in on defense. Not quite yet.
Kick goes out of bounds. Polo will take over at the 35-yard line.
So Jake Green's question is: in what state did eight-man football get its start?
I would guess Texas.
I would guess Texas too, because they're a football state.
Texas is popular for five-man football too, I believe, or something crazy, five or six
I
man or
don't want to
something.
just copy off you since you said Texas. I think you're right, but I'm going to say Iowa. Yep, Tim Tom's guessed Iowa.
Iowa.
Yeah, we'll see.
That could.
We'll
Yeah.
see what we'll wait a little bit and then he can put the answer in there. I'm going to say Dave Wanstrom in Hanover, Illinois, has invented it.
Oh, he was open. We got maybe over the line of scrimmage. That might have been over the line of scrimmage.
There's a flag, but I don't see it. Oh, it's already there on the
Yeah,
sideline. What happened?
I'm guessing the quarterback might have been over the line of scrimmage.
Intentional
Oh,
grounding. I don't know about that. He
I don't agree
overthrew
with that
20.
one.
Yeah.
I think he just. I mean, he was open. He
Yeah, he just
overthrew it.
overthrew him. He overthrew Grenoble, but that is not a good break for over. That's not a good break for Polo. Coach Alston not happy with it.
Yeah, I mean,
Several people are guessing Iowa, so I might.
you might be right.
I just want to say I said Iowa before they
Yeah.
put it in there. I didn't take it.
Iowa's my second guess.
I'd say Wisconsin would be the next. What? Oh, did you say Iowa? Brett Fry also guessed Iowa.
Well, didn't Iowa start six
Six
the
six
first,
man
or
girls basketball.
six girls basketball?
And I heard that was awesome. I heard it was awesome.
Oh, he's open.
There he touched that ball right in there. Meridian made up for the penalty to number 12, and I don't have a number 12. Was it number 12 or 17? Brock Solto?
Oh,
I think it was Brock Solto with that catch.
A freshman, right? He's a freshman.
He is a freshman, 6'2". Probably a good basketball player.
Yeah, we didn't see them in basketball this year. We haven't seen Polo in basketball since sectionals 2 years ago.
Polo in a passing formation. Meridian sacked by Darren Winter.
Meridian sacked by Darren Winter.
He has a goal. I don't know if you can make that many All-State players on one team, but he's having a heck of a season. Darren Winter is.
Yeah, it's probably going to be tough to get multiple.
4.
Is 4 the most you?
No, I don't know. I just say
oh,
there's
yeah,
4.
Yeah. I mean, I know even in baseball,
we have the
you're
returning.
really only allowed to even nominate one.
Yeah. But I don't think he got all conference either last year, and he's just playing.
He's had a good year.
He's had a great year. So I don't get the vote, but if I did, I would spend one on him. Here he is again. Oh, just missed him. Oh, they're gonna call him with horse calling. Yeah.
Yeah, Darren got his hand in the face there.
Was it the face mask or the collar there? Yeah, something. Mask. Well, let me see. I'll check the replay here. We're going to give it a 5-yard variety. So it's going to be second down and a short 5 on the Wildcat 45-yard line.
I know the River Ridge JV team plays Monday night. I don't know if that's home game or away game.
Who's that against?
They play Polo.
Solers with the 10-yard plus sack.
Pratt's coming
Pratt's
in.
coming in. Solars is coming out. He's played his heart out tonight.
Yeah, he's had a good game. He's had a good game all year. Played well all year in every game.
All right, Jake. We need to know what the answer is. It's probably gonna be like Idaho or something. Watch, Nebraska. Parker Reese just guessed Texas, so he probably cheated and
Parker
went
probably
online.
Parker probably looked it up.
Yeah, so you might be right then with Texas.
Ooh,
Oh,
Groovy.
Groovy with the deflection on the line. Wildcat defense just hitting on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, I don't. What did we give up for points last week? Did they score last
They
week?
scored at the end, didn't they? Our defense has been stout. I'll have to ask.
So I don't know if
We
we've
haven't
given up
two
double.
touchdowns in one
I
game,
don't know if
have
we've
we?
given up double digits all year.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Timeout Polo, 4th and 13. 4 minutes left. We'll stay on here
Yeah, maybe
if Green can
Green's
tell
gonna
us the
finally give us
answer.
the answer. We're dying to know here. Find a song to play here.
I want to thank everybody. We hit 100 all night. I want to thank everybody for listening and watching to us. I want to thank all the Polo fans. We hope you enjoyed it. We tried to brag you guys up as much as we bragged our players up. Um,
Yeah, it's hard for us a little bit when we were talking baseball or basketball. You've seen these kids coming up in the sports, and we just unfortunately haven't seen Polo's football program a whole lot besides a few games we saw last year. So
well, we know that Polo has good numbers and they're very well coached, as
yeah,
we could see tonight.
they got a lot of kids
And
out.
they're going to be tough every year. We're going to be down next year. We'll be young. I shouldn't say down. We'll be young.
Yeah, we're gonna be young.
We'll be young. So we do wish Polo the very best for a full season, all of us next year.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get
and we'll
playoffs
see him
back.
we'll see him in the fall with a whole bunch of new teams in our area. We were talking about that. Milledgeville, Ackland, AFC, South Lloydson this year. Orangeville. Thank God my son will be a freshman and the travel time won't be 3 hours.
Yeah,
it'll be
it won't be as
an
bad.
hour and a half. I'm loving it. And I do hear that Polo has the best pork chops in the world.
And
Nice
footwork.
pass by Meridian to Grenoble with the tippy toe to keep in the inbounds. High school though, you only need 1 foot though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's ready for the pros. That was a sweet catch. So
Paul's done a good job throwing the ball this tonight. Just go back to that.
The one that he missed.
They had that one opportunity to go deep there. I think it was the end of the first half, and could have made it a 16-6, 16-8 game, and unfortunately just hit off the shoulder pads. But Meridian's done a nice job throwing the ball tonight. We've seen a lot of good quarterbacks from opposing schools this year. I was really impressed with Kirkland Hiawatha's quarterback.
Yeah. Scott Foltz wants to know if you and I played football in high school. Should we just not answer that question? Nice tackle by Whitmer. Little wide receiver screen there to Grenoble. Clock's still running.
What's Scott's question?
Want to know if either announcer played football in high school? I said we're not answering that question.
No. We were in high school. We didn't have our own program, so I'll leave it at that.
We all would have played 8-man, I tell you that. He keeps it himself.
And he might.
Meridian he's going to score for Polo. Great job by Meridian.
Yeah, good run there.
It looked like it was designed too. He was wide. He had a huge hole.
Oh, nice to see Polo get on the board.
Meridian's had a great game.
Yeah,
absolutely love to see him score there.
Like I said, it's just even though the score is 38-6, it's been just you can go off a couple of 4 or 5 plays that were
you
changed
said
the
it.
game.
The wide open touchdown.
The fumble.
And then the
And
fumble,
Engel's big carry
big
there
carry
at
to
the
break the
end
back
of
in
the
the third
second
quarter.
half.
Yeah. Good football games usually go down to 2 or 3 plays. Looks like we're gonna be a timeout for Fulton for their 2-point conversion. Why don't you zoom in on Polo's? I'm gonna say all the Polo seniors here. We have number 5 Bennett Soto, number 8 Tyler Meridian, who just scored on a great play. Parker Wobbler, Cole Favor, Sean Workzak, Paul Zellers, Brady Clark, Joey Bardell, Logan Kindle, Julian Warzak, and I think that's it. So I hope I didn't miss anyone. Just want to thank I was listening to the Polo announcers over here say the good thing is that we're all playing football, and that is hopefully this COVID thing is going to be beat in the next couple months,
Yeah.
and things can go to normal, and next year can be normal, and the seniors who went through heck the last 2 years and had a lot of their memories changed, but it's just glad to be here and see us playing football.
Yeah, I mean, you feel bad for the seniors from last year, but then you really put it in perspective to what these seniors have gone
Yeah,
through. I mean, it's been
last year's
tough.
juniors, yeah.
Intercept.
Yeah, no,
Rose.
yeah, Rhodes intercepts a 2-point conversion.
You gotta wait till the next one. We'll do that one.
And so with 3 minutes and 44 seconds left, there's 38-6, all Wildcats. Wildcats will get the ball. We'll probably see some subs in here.
We don't have. I mean, all the JV kids can't play tonight because they all have to play on
Monday, yeah.
So we really don't have many subs to get in.
Yeah, there won't be many.
Maybe Holcomb on the line and get some of the juniors in.
Yes. Our backup quarterback got hurt on the first play of the year running the ball, so Caleb Rhodes is the backup quarterback, so you probably will not see Engel come out at all. That's why it's not because we want him in there running the ball. It's just because there's no backup quarterback.
Yeah,
well, the backup quarterback's Rhodes.
We only have maybe 13 so dressed tonight. No, I don't.
Green, where are you?
Green's
what
probably
happened?
sleeping already.
Alaska, they only have 16 people up there. I know the answering was.
It's Texas, isn't it? Nebraska?
Is it Nebraska? Well, someone's got to find out the answer for us if Green doesn't respond.
Let it go out of bounds.
Ooh, out of bounds at the 32-yard line, penalty. So did Scott Foltz play football in high school, or was he a golfer?
Oh, I'm sure he played golf.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thompson had football. I'm not really sure if they even had an opportunity to. I don't know. I don't think Thompson played football.
Caleb Rhodes with the carry. Get it 10.
Rhodes with 9 yards, 9.5 yards.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes left.
Looks like Rhodes is coming out,
Yeah,
and Alex Flynn is coming out, and in went Trevor Gruby, who is a backup running back, and Travis Slattery.
I'm
Jr.
guessing Gruby's
gonna get the ball.
Gruby's gonna get a carry here.
Not that I want to help Polo out, but look, watch 25.
Yeah,
He's getting the ball right here.
The ball here.
Engel keeps it.
Keeps it.
And he's going to get hit by about 5 guys.
KO brought down by a motion.
36. Reimer finishing him up.
We'll see if Rivers can pick up the first down here and then be able to take a knee here to end the game.
Ingles looking at his hand. Did he dislocate a finger?
Hope not.
Gruby gets the ball, and he gets
down.
a first
Stay in
down
bounds.
and is pushed out of bounds by number 36 again.
So we do have Holcomb's in the game right now.
Reimer.
Connor Tippett is in at receiver.
What number is Holcomb? 77?
Holcomb's 77. Travis Sider's in, number 80. receiver. That's the bench. I mean, that's the rest of the non-starters in.
Some of our comments are getting retracted. It's not done by us. I just want to let you know that. I said something last week and it got retracted and it wasn't even bad, so I don't know what they're doing, but just let you know it's not us. So 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Looks like we're gonna take a knee and then there'll be one. That'll be it then. No, there'll be one more. Our cameraman can zoom right up there because the kids are probably gonna start giving fives pretty soon, shaking each other's hands.
Yeah, so impressive win for River Ridge. Like I said, the game probably was closer than what it looks like on the scoreboard. 38-6 win. Came down to 4 or 5 plays. Could have been made on both ends, and River Ridge kind of caught the right end of the stick on some of those plays. So Polo's a good team.
Again, like say what the announcers said last week. It's too bad we don't have a playoff because Polo could have another long run, and we're just. I think again, everyone doesn't look like any bad injuries tonight, and we got the play
healthy and got the win. So it's a good night overall.
All right. First of all, I want to again thank everybody for listening and hope we did a good job. And we have one more game. Do we know who Polo plays next week?
I do not know who Polo plays next week.
Well, we wish Polo the best.
River Ridge will take on South Beloit at South Beloit,
and
I believe on Friday night.
And that will be a tough game. But we will have Polo back. JV will be here
JV's
Monday.
Here on Monday.
And unfortunately, that game will not be broadcast. Hopefully, maybe a parent will live stream it. But anyhow, we just want to thank everyone. Drive home safely. From all of us here at River Ridge Wildcat Stadium, I'm Mike Dittmer. And with me is Jeremy Canown, our cameraman, Ben Brenner, and Keegan Schoenhar. And so thank you guys all. And we'll see you next year sometime. Maybe we'll do a baseball game.